for today, if everybody can just get out their sketching pencils and paper, that would be awesome.
今日係鉛筆畫。
May I can move this now?
Yeah, you can remove the ink now. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody can see the paper, yes?
Yes.
Okay. If I draw like this, it doesn't block anything, right? You guys can still see. Okay, I think we will start with the pear right here. So you guys can all see the pear reference that we're using. So you want to start with a lighter grade pencil to begin with. So if you have F or H or 2H or anything like that, the lighter pencil, the better. So I'm going to use the first thing I grabbed. So I guess this one, the 2H. And then we are going to start by sketching the shape of the pear. Remember, when you draw on the page, you always want to draw very large. This is actually very small for standard, like the art standard. So we're gonna draw very big. First, I like to landmark where the top and the bottom are going to be. So we'll say, we're gonna do here. And here.
Can you zoom in your camera to the area where you're drawing?
Let me see. Is it very light?
Yeah. Can you zoom in your camera to the area where you're drawing?
How do you do that?
I think you just bring it closer. Like we don't have to show the apple. We just need to show the pear, right? So
you don't need to see. Okay, hold on. Let me try.
Yeah. The other way. Go the other. Yes, correct.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little slanted though.
Yeah, it's a little bit slanted.
Okay?
So if you straighten it a bit, it'll be perfect.
Okay. How I straighten like that? Is that better?
A little bit more. Yeah, but move it to the other side now.
This way. It's so awkward. You know what I'm going to do is just move this guy like that.
Yes.
Is that better?
Yay.
Good.
Okay, let's try it this way.
Okay. Sorry about the technical issues.
No.
Okay, so let's continue sketching the shape of the pear. Don't worry too much about the accuracy. It doesn't really matter at this point. We're just sketching the shape.
We cannot see the lines that you're drawing.
Oh, it's too light. I'll draw them heavier for you guys. Can you see that?
No.
Thấy không thấy đâu à?
Thấy không đâu à?
Thấy không đâu à? You have to draw it even darker.
You know what? I will use a different pencil. I'll use a darker pencil.
Yeah.
Typically, we would use a much lighter one to begin with, but it's too hard to see. Okay.
I think because there's yeah.
Vậy
Thấy đó là hả? Thấy đó là cái hả? Okay. I think there's also reflection bouncing off the paper.
Oh, maybe. You know what? Let's see if we can close the line. Maybe it will make it better. Is that any better or worse?
I didn't notice any difference.
Okay, what about now? It's the same?
Same.
That's the reflection. Next time we'll change the orientation so that the table is on the other side. But for now.
Yeah, but I think as long as you're using the darker pencil, it should be fine.
Is that better or worse, the light?
It's actually worse because it is in front, right? Yeah, okay, that's better.
Let's put it behind.
No, you actually need to put it on top of the paper. If you can
On
go
top?
on. Yeah.
Like
No,
this?
no. Let's, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah. If you put it at the side, yeah.
Is that?
Ooh, no. No, yeah. It's
We'll
fine.
just turn it off.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's fine. I think you just carry on with the darker pencil.
Maybe bounce off the ceiling.
Ah, bounce off the ceiling. Very, very good suggestion. Bounce the light off the ceiling.
Bounce the light off the ceiling, like this. I don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference.
We
Okay.
tried.
Okay, yeah, just leave it like that.
I'll just continue then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put this one down. Okay, and now I will mark the stem. Should be somewhere around here. It will end. And it just has a little nub at the end where you can kind of just mark it down. Okay, now there is this dark spot right here, right? So it should be around this area. Right now, just marking down where everything is. I'm not too concerned about.
You still need to make it darker. We can't see.
Okay. You can see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can change the orientation next time. But next time, I think for painting, it will be better.
We are not seeing the entire outline of the pear. No, we're only seeing the top, not the bottom.
You're not seeing the bottom? Okay, I'll make it darker.
Okay, just make it darker, the bottom of the pear, yeah.
You see now?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Good. For everybody drawing at home, don't draw the outline so dark. Just draw it very lightly. There we go. Oh, this handle should be longer. Okay. Is everybody finished their outline?
Yeah.
Yep. So now we're going to start by adding in the shading areas. So first, you want to stick with the darker parts first. If you have a darker pencil, I like to go in with 5B. Anything similar to that is okay as well. So we will mark down the shaded area first, and then go in from there. For this particular style of sketch, it's like a very, it's like a cross-hatching technique. So that's like, you would go one direction, and then cross hatch the other direction like this. I'll show you guys. I will start by marking out the shaded area. So that is this area here. It's a little bit like a curvy line that goes down here. Just a rough outline. Can everybody see that?
Barely.
Barely? Okay, I will go in. It's very dark in my...
Yeah, I think it's the orientation. You probably have to just zoom in on the drawing itself. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
If you want, you can add a couple of lines that sort of show the roundness of the pear. Just a couple of construction lines. So you can see what direction you are shading in. So for example, this area is a circle, it's a circular item, so you can add that if you would like, but you don't have to. This way you know what direction you are shading in. Because when you're shading, you're always following the direction of the object. So if it's round, then you'll be shading like this. Okay. Now I will mark down the shadow area, just down here. There we go. Okay, I will begin the shading with my 5B again. So you want to make thin lines. When I was taught this before, many years ago, they said you should have the lines show up. So for this particular style of sketch, you should have independent lines showing up. Okay, so notice that this area inside right here is very dark. Almost a black in here. So you'll just mark that down. Later, we're going to go back and then layer everything over again. Okay, I feel everything on my page is far too light at this point, so I will go in with darker pencil and make some areas darker. So if you notice, this area is very dark, as is there's like almost a line coming down over here. So I will switch to, I think I'm gonna do 7B. So it's much thicker graphite. Finish this area first. Notice, everybody, this time I've changed the direction of my pencil stroke. So the first time I went this way, but this time I'm going inwards like this.
Can you explain why we are changing the direction of the strokes? Because I thought we have to follow the shape of the pear.
We definitely follow the shape of the pear, But
Yeah.
for this type of sketch, I don't
Yeah.
actually know why we changed the direction, but it creates like a different type of texture. So
Okay,
if you
thank
can
you.
see, I don't know if you can see here, but it's actually every area we follow the direction of the pear. However, there are some area, pretty much all the areas, there's cross hatching. It's just a technique of sketching.
Okay, thank you.
Just a different technique, no problem. Okay, I think at this point I will start working on the stem, which is also very dark. So it's more dark in the upper area versus the lower area. There's a bit of a highlight right in this area. So I'll begin by outlining it. Okay, and I will go in and add in the shadow. Note that the highlight on the stem is more in the middle area. Good. Now I will go in and start working on the shadow here. Okay, everyone, we will go in and darken the shadow now. So I will be cross hatching in this direction. Okay, I will be cutting off this section of the pear. You guys don't have to do this. It's just that the shape looks funny. There you go. So keep making adjustments as you want. It's not a definite shape, right?
You can actually take a pause so that they can catch up with you.
Yes, okay. If you feel that you are stuck somewhere and you don't know what to do, or you feel like it doesn't look quite right, if you take a step back, you get off your chair, take a step back, and then you can see where it looks funny. Okay, I'll give everybody 1 more minute to catch up. Okay, I will continue now. If you want more time for this area, please let me know. Okay, so now we're going to backtrack a little bit before we jump into the darkest of dark areas. So if you have an 8B pencil, I would save this guy. I usually save this guy for the end. Okay, so I'm going to be using this 3B pencil. It's about mid thickness, and I'll just use it to complete the white part of the pear over here. Sorry, is somebody speaking? No, we are good. Okay. So when you're doing this area, make sure to use a lot less force because it's not as dark as the other area. Okay, once you are finished with outlining this area with the light sketches, you can go in and start cross-hatching. So again, very lightly, you go the opposite direction. Okay, this border right here is a little bit darker than the rest on top. Okay, and now I would just go in and darken a couple more areas, such as this area down here, because this shadow is starting to look too similar. And most of the shadow should be in this area. So when you're in your own drawing, just make comparisons between the values and use your own judgment on where it should be darker and where it should be lighter. Is that none of the pear should be completely white. I don't know if you guys can see, but on here, there are the lightest of pencil sketches in the middle. So you can go ahead and use very light pressure to fill in the rest of the white. And notice that there are a little bit of dark lines up here. So I will go ahead and make it a little bit darker. And the other direction. The goal of this type of sketching is always to create contrast. So you want to make contrast your friend, make the dark parts quite dark and make the light parts very light, and then it will create an interesting contrast for people to look at. Okay, I give everybody around 1 minute or so to catch up. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my darkest pencil. So the 8B, this one is almost black, and I will fill in the areas such as the shadow, the center area here, and make them very, very dark. So let's start with this middle area here. Also, I noticed that there's glare on camera, so this is appearing very light on the camera. However, it is quite dark in real life. So we are going to fill that in. Just be careful not to make the side too dark, because it is attached to this shadow, and this shadow is darker than the pear. Even the shadows are varying in their darkness. For example, the area closest to the pear, that will be the darkest part. You can add a little bit of more shading in the stem, especially on the side. Mm. Okay, so this area in the middle, I'm having trouble getting the pigment to lay in it. So I will try erasing some of the 7B pencil. For some reason, it made it very shiny, so I cannot get any of this black pigment inside. Okay, try again, see if it will pick up any of this. Okay, that is better. Again, you want to try to up the contrast wherever you can. Okay, I will give everybody another minute to finish up their pair, and then we will move on to the background, which is fun. Okay, everybody, I will go in with a charcoal pencil this time. You do not have to do this, just continue using your darker pencils. I'm using a different paper this time, and for some reason, it's not catching all of the pigment. So I'm using my darkest pencil, for example, on this area, but the paper is not catching any more of the pigment, so it looks the same. So I will try with the charcoal and see if it makes a difference, but you guys do not have to do this, of course. Yeah, that's not working either. Okay, now for the last little bit, we will just work on the background. This part is super fun. So I will be using, I think I will use 5B or 6B. These are both relatively thick, and the background has no rules. Basically, you just create lines across the page like this. I personally prefer a slightly messier look. I will go in beside the pear over here and do a little bit of cross section later. But for now, I'm just trying to fill in the background. Oops.
Fix it, but let me fix it. Mama's got things.
Okay, now I will add the cross hatching, and you can add some finer lines in there if you want. So that's quite rough. Okay, I think my pair is finished. So